Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Marcus. I'm coming to you to talk to you about this 3 day fast that I did, that me and my wife did, that I can honestly say took a lot out of me, physically, mentally. It uh, it tested me in ways that I've never been tested before. It I was asking God for my identity for a long time, like who I was exactly and what I was supposed to be doing. And I don't really want to speak for everybody, and I don't want to take nothing away from anybody. You know, if you decide to do a fast, whether if it's 3, whether if it's 7, whether if it's 10, whether if you got the willpower to do 30, 40 days, God bless you. I do plan on doing 100% more of this with more days moving forward as I gradually live life. I always do a 1 day fast every week for about 20, 24 hours. No food, no water. This fast I did the first day, no food, no water. The first day and a half. Well, I want to say the first 32 hours. No food, no water. And it got a little tough for me around, I want to say at nighttime when I was trying to go to sleep. So I wound up getting water for my own, reason between me and God. I wound up getting water. And I felt as though I could have been stronger in areas of, I guess, I don't want to say I was on social media. I was just on YouTube, you know, clicking and seeing different stories, but it really wasn't really for, that many entertainment purposes. It was just kind of looking at life from a different angle of looking at things and saying, like, man, wow, I can't believe I used to do these things or watch these things. And wow, the world is really different. I got to see the world, like, I guess, like more clear. And I got to see people's motives more clear. I got to understand truly what idolatry was. Um, and I just got to see, what the world focuses on so much, you know. And I felt like I knew that already. But now it's like, it's different. It's like, it's way more clear. You know what I mean? And it's not just what I need to do in life is more clear. What we all need to do is more clear. But I don't really want to talk for everybody, like I said. But if we don't take control of 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 our flesh, of our mind, and the things that um, we see, we hear, we put in our bodies. And I'm not, expecting anybody to be perfect. I'm not expecting me to be perfect moving forward. It's just a standard of consistency of how you should be, what time you should be getting up, um, how much you get in nature, obviously. Um, how much we put in our bodies that we take for granted of, that we don't even take accountability of how much we're putting in our bodies. Um, and just obviously, being able to hear God clearly. I mean, I really believe that everybody hears God, but they hear God in a different sense when they're fasting. I don't believe everybody. Some people might have dreams and encounters. Um, Me personally, I had dreams. Not even this 3 day fast. Like I had dreams, but they're not like as clear as they were when I had dreams. Like say if I would just take a day fast, like I've been taking, like for like last year, I've been fasting 24 hours. Well, last 6 months. I'm fast for a year every Sunday, but for the last at least 7 months, I'm fast on no food, no water, and God has talking to me in dreams through other people, just with questions I would ask him, like, um, just whether if it was with a job and I was trying to figure out what my purpose was, and the whole time I was thinking it was a job or it was a career, or am I supposed to be this super dad that, because I have 2 children, am I supposed to be this super dad that is this big hero? And one day I was talking to my wife during a 3-day fast. I want to say about on like the day 1.5, 2 days. And when I was talking, everything was so clear. Like I knew exactly what I wanted. And when I woke up today, I was thinking like, dang, God, I didn't get that dream that I was thinking about, that I was gonna get, like this crazy dream where you was just gonna just present yourself to me, and I was listening to so many sermons, during this 3-day fast. I always listen to sermons, but it was so many answers I found out because I'm not in church. I was trying to look for a church, and I was about to go to church last week, and it didn't work out because everybody was on 4th of July break, which me and my wife thought was pretty funny. But we was on 4th of July break and churches was just closed. And we was about to go to this one church, but something just seemed like, and it was no disrespect to the church. It just felt like it just didn't, like it wasn't connecting at all. It was just like, and I was like, God, am I being picky? And long story short, I wound up, just praying and asking for God to fulfill a church home, and I honestly didn't walk into the church home yet. But it was a preacher or a pastor online that has been popping up that I have been seeing like this, because I've been looking at 2 preachers that are not in this town, and one's not even alive anymore, and they both taught me a lot and really brought my family up, and I wasn't near these preachers, but these preachers kept telling me that I needed to get in a church. And that was bothering me for a while, because I felt like, dang, I can't really, nobody's preaching like y'all, you know what I mean? But it's not really about the preaching, you know what I mean? You get a clear message, from preachers, and a strong message that it might not be your liking, but it's really about going to church and being around a congregation of people that are all, some searching for God, some looking for God, some leading people to God, but it's just a body of church of incomplete people that are not perfect, that are all trying to hear from God, and not even as though going to church looking for friends, because that's what I'm not doing. I just want to brush shoulders with people that are all, for the most part, trying to hear God and try to understand what God wants out of us, not individually but as a whole, to just be on fire for this world. And it's time where all the things we focus on during the fast, you can't focus on that during the fast. And I understand, when I was talking to my wife on the porch, I was giving to her clearly what I believe what he wants me to do. And I don't want to take this away from anybody. I still want everybody to do the 3-day fast, especially if you honor Jesus Christ. I want you to do the 3-day fast, and I want you to have your own account and your own way. But my way is very simple. I'm a servant for Christ, clear servant for Christ. Everything I do is for Christ. Every ability, the ability to talk to people, the ability to be a leader, even when I never wanted to be, in order to every gift that I have, everything that I'm good at, is like a vehicle to show his glory and who he is through every gift that he has given me. Whether it's a gift of being a father, whether it's a gift of making songs for anybody, whether it's a gift of you being an athlete and people looking at you and say, who are you? And you saying, I'm of course me, but I'm not just great because I just practiced. I'm not just great because I just read the book. I'm great because he has made me great, and he has done it for me in ways where, and excuse me, this is wrong, he has done it for me in ways where I have always come up short, and he has always been the one to be the adjuster, to be the one that makes it fair, to be the one that fills in that blank that I always was missing. And my purpose, I felt it was empty. I felt that I was good at this. I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. But what is it all for? And I was looking to pour my life in this one ability. Maybe pick one of the abilities that I had. Pick one of my talents that I had. And I was looking to give my life to that. And that be my purpose. And my purpose wasn't that at all. It was to use the talents I had to give everything back to him. Everything he gave me, give back to him. I don't know if that makes sense. But every single thing, every gift, all my charisma, even my wittiness, the way that I can talk to people, the way that I can make people laugh, point it back to him. And it's like a back and forth with me and him. He gave me this. I use this to get people to look back at him. And it's always been about him. And my purpose is going towards him. And my purpose is being with him forever. And my purpose is getting others, whether if I'm going to a church, whether I'm at the work, whether if I'm out and I'm playing sports, whether if I'm teaching anybody fitness, whether if I'm making anybody laugh. The purpose is to give it all back to Christ, as we shall return and give our spirit, our love back to Christ. And that's what my purpose is. And it might sound cheesy, but it gives me this peace to really know that. And I'm going to fast more. I'm going to talk to Jesus more. And I'm not going to say that's the whole story, but that's what I needed for right now. And it won't make me, I don't believe it's going to make me say, I'm going to rest in Jesus, don't get it wrong. But I don't think it's going to make me just come on this earth and sit down and wait for God, knowing that it's a purpose that he wants me here for. And he has me here for a reason. And I'm not going to sit and just wait for God when he's been there the whole time, been pushing me, but I had so many distractions and haven't been quiet enough to even think or see clearly. And I have been off balance, inconsistent, and just trying to figure out, what do I need to be doing right now? So I would just be kind of unstable. So now I'm going to get some food because I believe he's telling me to do that. And if he's not, then I'm going to go on another 3-day fast. But I truly believe he's saying, get some food. This is where I wanted you at. And this is where I need you to be at. And we shall continue our relationship. And it shall get stronger. It shouldn't get weaker. I shouldn't get what I want, get the answer or get an answer or get clarity and fall back Like, no, I need to get clarity and stay with it, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And I get to see many facets of him. But when he comes to you in an encounter, like if he comes to me, he don't pull up. Excuse me. He don't come through in a way where it's exactly what you thought it was going to be. It always, for the most part, can't make complete sense. It only will make complete sense when we meet him one day. But he's going to give you a little bit at a time, so you know it's him. He's going to give you these winks, these metaphor winks, to let you know that's me. And he's going to not give you 100% of the whole thing, because he's going to let your faith fill in if that was him. He's not going to give you the whole thing. He's going to let your faith fill in. Just like how you can't give your all. I mean, you give your all and it's still not enough, and he has to come and fill it in. He's going to give you, I'm not even going to say it like that. He's going to work your faith. Because that's what this is all about, and that's the only thing that's saving you. He's going to work your faith. So, he worked mine. And I'm not going to lie, doing this fast, y'all, I wanted to quit. Like, I really wanted to quit, like, a lot of times. And I feel like, also, when you are doing this fast, the last thing I would say is the devil is going to keep tempting you. He's going to keep tempting you to get off that fast. Everything that you was doing when you wasn't on the fast, that you had to cut off, he's going to continuously keep bringing situations and bringing them up. You're going to keep doing it. Then it's up to you to stick with God and say, no, 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 no. And it's very hard. Sometimes you got to get away. Sometimes you got to get a break. Sometimes you got to cry. It humbles you. You're telling your body you're not in control. At the same time, God's telling you to do this for me, and you're not in control. You can't eat what you want. You can't see what you want to see. I never would have typed to even be on social media all day. Most of the entertainment I'm looking at is, if it really is even entertainment, it's because it doesn't even entertain me no more. It's just like, and it goes without really judging for me. It's just more as though, like, dang, like, I wish as a whole, as people, like, at least more of us saw the clear picture. You know, like, if more of us just saw Jesus for you know, and did what he asked, like, I'm going to do my best to continue to do, because I know we're not perfect. But if more of us just strive to do better, it's like we wouldn't even be getting Googled for food, or we wouldn't even waste our time and energy and life on other people's lives and motives that just don't even line up with God. Like, we hear we hear, one of the reasons that we hear for God is definitely to get closer to him and find our way back and learn why we need him. And we spend so much time worrying about people rather than God, worried about the creations rather than the creator. And that's mostly what I got from this. Like, I can actually, I'm not gonna lie, like, you gonna feel proud of yourself, especially when you know you had to deny yourself all this food. And it's worse when, like, I'm a chef, so for the most part I eat a lot of foods, and then when I'm not cooking, I go out and I love to try food. And I work out a lot, and I couldn't work out, and I couldn't. I mean, I could, but it just was like, sit down. You know what I mean? Like, I just had this whole sit down. And then with me and my wife, we would do Bible study, and that'll help you get through it. You feel me? You just don't want to stay empty. You want to get God's word in you. That's what made this whole thing easy. God's word. It's not just the fact of getting off social media and not doing that. No, I didn't watch any movies. No, I didn't watch any TV shows. I will be on YouTube and I will click around and it'll mostly be gospel stuff. And then here and there I would click on, honestly, like maybe like a clip of a boxer having an interview talking about life, or click on the violence that's going on in the city and look at that, and click on the hurricane in Texas and look at that, and just click on like what the world was like doing in a serious type of way, and look at it in a serious type of way. Like, I didn't have it in me to really joke or play like that unless I was talking to my wife and my children. And even that was like limited. It was just like I had this seriousness that I needed. So I played around my whole life. Like, anybody that even see this video probably is gonna be like, yo, he is way he ain't even like, he ain't cracking no jokes. He ain't like, he like straightforward. It is different. But my life has become straightforward. By me being straightforward, my life has become straightforward. And there's room for jokes, there's room for laughs, there's room for smiles. But for the most part, we gotta be locked in and we gotta be focused on the Creator to get not what we want out of life, not just what we want out of life. Like, the trick is, if you give back to Him, He'll give you joy. Like, it's not really about going out and trying to spend all your time on just creating and creating and creating, especially when you're not creating for Him, when you're just creating for a vain type of situation, and you're expecting to get importance out of it, and what you're doing is not even important. You know, like, I could kind of see clearly. My senses have been up. I went back to writing music. And not even in a sense of, yo, I gotta hurry up, I want this to be the hottest song. Like, it ain't even nothing like that. It's just more as though it's like a therapy, but I know that it can help others out. Because we got an epidemic of just of a lot of devil music out here. When there's people that's looking, and it's just about protecting people from evil. Using your talents to protect people from evil, to get them to the light, to show them the light, and to show people that God's light is not only real, but it's more than worth it, and it's better. This light overpowers everything, and once you get a whiff of it, yeah, you gotta go through things and temptation to put down, sin, like I have been battling. But it's something that I feel like I feel important when I do it. I feel important being a better person. Not even important to the world, I feel important to Him. And by me feeling important to Him, it's like my purpose is all wrapped up in that. My identity is all wrapped up in that. Like, He's the light. So it's like when you go to Him, just imagine a light shining on you and you able to reveal and see yourself for who you really supposed to be, what He made you to be, what He created you to be. He's shining on you. You went to the light and it's shining on you. Just look at it at that kind of metaphor. And it's a spiritual answer you're going to get. It's not an answer where, for the most part, it's not an answer where it's going to be clear in this flesh. The answer is going to talk. The answer is going to be clear to your spirit. It's not going to be clear to your flesh. Just like when you read a book and there's certain things that somebody will have to have the spirit to reveal to them. Like, you seeing it clearly as day. And it's something that you can explain to a certain extent. But there's certain things that the spirit understands that the flesh can't. But yeah, that's my 3-day fast. I'm about to come back I'm about to come back with some fruit, like I always do. That's very important. What you reset yourself with. I'm gonna reset myself with some fruit. You know, I do got some crazy taste for like Chick-fil-A and stuff, but I'm gonna think about that. But for the most part, like I already got dinner set up tonight, like baked chicken, some potato salad or some potatoes, sweet potatoes, some vegetables, some collard greens or some kale, some brown rice, a nice little meal. A nice little meal. And for the most part, I feel like I got a clean slate. Like I got a clean slate, like I can just, like it's like a new fresh piece of paper. You know what I mean? It's not like my whole life started over, but it kind of like it did. It kind of like it was a reset button. And he's giving me more grace and more time to renew and to restore me. What he's doing is like he's renewing, he's restoring me. And you have authority over your vessel that he freely gave you to make your own choice. And when you make your own choice to give your vessel to him, he then lights it up. And it's like I can sit outside, I can just like sit here. And it's like, well, obviously I just woke up too, but my mind is just ain't like, it's not like I'm yearning for this or I want this or I want that. If anything, I want some food, but it's not even that strong. Like I feel as though I can go another day, which would be tough. But I really do feel in my heart like that this fast, he gave me what I was looking for. And I do feel as though he's telling me go get something to eat. And like, you know, like it's saying in the book, do everything for Jesus. And I believe truly Jesus telling me to get something to eat. So I'm about to get off here, but I ain't about to get off of what I was on, what this fast put me on. And I was just giving everything to him. And I got another fast coming up. Obviously my everyday I fast from Sunday night 6 to Monday night 6, 24, no water, no food. We're gonna keep doing that. And then, once in a while, be strong with another, 3-day fast. My ultimate goal was a 7-day. That's just gonna be tough, but get yourself ready for it. If you want to do the big boys, get yourself ready for the big boys. Take baby steps. That's how I got this D, just taking baby steps. You know what I mean? You just gotta go out there. You never fast before, do a 7-day joint. I wouldn't recommend that. I at least say, look, do a day. You know what I mean? But this Marcus, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I really pray that this did something for somebody, help somebody. And I never really even made a video like this. It was just something told me to do it before I go ahead and even eat something. Whether if it was a reminder for me or it was for a reminder for somebody else, to give it all to Jesus, man. Give it all to Jesus. And the world they mock him so much. They made it sound cheesy, but that's coming from a real moral love place in my heart. And I'm really serious, and I can't really say nothing else. Like, I ain't even really trying to persuade nobody no more. If you got ears to hear, you got ears to hear. You got eyes to see, you got eyes to see. That's what we read. And you gotta have faith and just trust and believe. And you gotta fight for it. Don't let nobody take it from you. And everywhere you go, you spread that message. God looks at that as love, and that love will be returned. and you don't choose how the love is returned by him. You don't choose your blessing. You don't, and you accept whatever blessing he gives you. Because by you doing that, he gives you exactly what you need. Not what your flesh needs. He gives you what you need. But yeah, love y'all. Peace and joy.